Hello and welcome to the 2-minute series. The topic for today is inflationary gap. Now, this is a commonly used word. It is a macroeconomic concept, and in the macroeconomics, this word is largely a word which is related to an equation, but we shall not delve into the equation aspect. What is important for us is the application of this entire concept. So that is what I shall be focusing on. Now, as I mentioned, it is a macroeconomic concept that describes the difference between the current level of GDP and the anticipated GDP that would be experienced if economy is at full potential. It is the amount by which actual GDP exceeds the full potential GDP. Now, to understand this, a diagram is what is vital. Here you need to understand that in this figure, along the x-axis, what is represented is the income, and along the y-axis is the expenditure. The line here, which is the 45-degree line, is representing the aggregate supply, and another line, this is the line of aggregate demand. Now, demand in an economy can never be zero, so it is going to start from a higher level. Now, in any economy, when supply is equivalent to demand, that is the point of equilibrium, and this is what I have represented as E. Now, this is what is the situation of the actual GDP in an economy. Now, a hypothetical situation of GDP is what is analyzed. The GDP at full potential. Now, the GDP at full potential is the GDP when all the people in an economy hypothetically are employed, and thus they are contributing to some supply, they are contributing to some production of good or service. Now, suppose in an economy, this is the point where the economy is at full potential. That is, all the working age population in that particular economy at this point of time is employed. Now, the supply of this particular population is suppose at this point. So this is what is the aggregate supply of the economy at full potential. Now, if you will see, there is a gap between aggregate demand and the aggregate supply at this particular point of time. Now, this gap between demand and supply is what is known as the inflationary gap. At this particular point of time, the demand is what is higher than the supply in the economy. Now, supply cannot increase beyond this point because this is the economy at full potential, but demand is what is higher. Now, why is this demand higher in the economy at this point of time? This might happen because of some loose monetary policies that the government is following. For instance, the government is infusing money in the economy, which is leading to greater growth in the economy. So the demand is what is going to increase. Suppose the wages of the people are increasing in an economy, demand is what is going to increase, but supply is something that cannot be increased. So this is one gap which is going to come in the economy. This increased demand is going to warrant inflation in the economy, and that is why this gap is what is known as inflationary gap in the economy. So this is the entire concept of inflationary gap. It is an important one. So that's all for today. I thank you all for watching.